How you feeling?
Super.
Super?
What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Savage Arm Wrestling. You guys voted. You guys said Ermes versus Vitaly was going to be the best match of the evening, and you guys were right. It was incredible. It was so close. It was so close in the beginning. Now, the whole event was great. All the matches were great. The only warning I have to give now is if you haven't watched the event yet, you don't want any spoilers, I suggest you click away. Maybe save the video, come back later, because we're going to do a breakdown on Vitaly versus Ermes.
Let's get savage.
Overall, I just feel like it was an incredible match. So round one, Vitaly in his normal fashion clamps, and he clamps hard. And Ermes is fighting to try to get out, and he fouls, and he ends up, round one, fouls out. Immediately, I get this bad feeling in my tummy. It's going to be a foul war, and this is going to be foul after foul after foul, and it's not going to be going very well. Then comes round two. Tries to get away, and finally, Ermes is able to get a slip. Ermes slips, gets the strap. Non-buckle side. Now, I state this because the buckle, I feel like the buckle played a part in this one, and it was very difficult when you weren't on the buckle side. And I think it had a little bit to do with how the strap was being applied, because the way it was being put on, well, it seemed very fair, but if you could slip your hand up, you were able to get the buckle like way far back on your hand below, like, yeah, like you were like that deep with the strap. But moving on, and he got the strap set up, ready to go. Ermes gets to stop, breaks the hand, pulls back, transitions to a press, pile drives him. Now, round three, similar with the start, but this time Ermes slips away extremely easy. There's no fight with it. It's just done. They get strapped together. This time the buckle's on Ermes' side. Ermes comes in, tries to get the stop, comes real close, and he gets a touch. He touches the pad with what looks like his forearm, but they call it. I think his hand bends back just enough to where they're like, oh yeah, the hand and the wrist broke the plane. But when you watch it back, it's close. It's extremely close. I mean, like you question a little bit. But I think it was a fair call. So now it's 2-1. 2 Vitaly, 1 Ermes. We're getting really close to my prediction. Boom, they switch sides again. They go for the slip. Ermes has to fight for it again. And this time, Ermes got a little bit of blood on him. Because those clampy fingers of Vitaly. Well, strap up again. Buckle goes on Vitaly's side. Similar thing. He stops him at the hip, pulls him back, breaks the wrist back, pins him with a press. Now here's where things get interesting. Round 3. They go to lock up. They say go. Boom. And Ermes gets a lucky foul. Because if Ermes wouldn't have fouled, Vitaly would have had a quick little press pin. We'd be looking at it a little bit differently, but he gets a foul, and then he slips. And on this one, because it's on buckle on his side, as I stated, and I figured it would end up becoming a big factor, is Ermes gets a little bit of a stop, commits to a flop, and he flop presses him. And it shows how strong that lane was. Now, I was shocked at how easy it was once he transitioned to the flop. He was able to just shove him straight to the pad. So now we're looking at it 2-3. And now the buckle's going to be on Vitaly's side. Final round. A little bit of a spoiler there. We know how it's going to go already. They grip up, slip, go to the buckle, they strap him up again. Vitaly goes for his top roll, gets stopped. Ermes 100% commits to the flop after the stop and shoves him straight to the pad. For Ermes to Vitaly. Overall, I think it was a really great match. You can see where Ermes has made growth in his rising and pronation. I think that, in my opinion, that is why he won this match. That was why he was able to contain Vitaly enough to stop him from being able to get a lot of those pins in the earlier and later rounds when he was hitting and he was getting extremely close. And Ermes was able to get the stop and pull him back and then commit the shoulder. I do think that's something that Vitaly was missing as well. I feel like if Vitaly could have, in some of his hits, if he could have transitioned a little bit faster to a press, I feel like he could have gotten a pin. I guess the only thing we could think of is who's next for Ermes. What do you guys think? My suspicion is it could be Georgie. But if you want to see how my prediction came out and how close my prediction is to actually what happened to the match, you can catch my prediction right there. This is something new. I've never done this before. But it's right there if you want to watch it. You guys, stay savage.